Hey,
Cool.
thank you very much, Warren. Thanks everybody for having me. Yes, today is my birthday. But what's more important, what's special is that you've made this time available. And the first rule in success is to show up. When you make a decision to show up for your dreams, your goals, your family, be that in your business, your health, in your kendo, when you show up and you keep showing up again and again, you make incremental advancements and you become world class. So today we're talking about negativity and how you can stay positive in this environment where there's so much media oppression, there's so much negative thinking, and there's so much of suffering from all races, all countries. I mean, the whole planet is consumed by this negativity. And of course, the reality of COVID-19 taking the lives of loved ones and keeping us locked down, our economies, our health, our romance, our families, etc. So I want to start off by telling you that I wrote a book. It's called Kick Average in the Teeth. And later today, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get a copy thereof. But I would encourage you to please go to my website and subscribe. If you like what I offer and what I do, go and subscribe to my website. It's vinesh-maharaj.com. You get a whole lot of stuff. But there's a TV channel. There's some blogs, some latest cutting-edge ideas on how you could change, grow, and become the best version of yourself. Moving ahead swiftly, it was a great man called Zig Ziglar, you may or may not have heard of him, who said that they say that motivation does not last, but neither does bathing, and that's why you bathe twice a day. So if you're a stinky winky and you bathe once a day, you got to bathe twice a day, okay? So you need to stay motivated, because if you're not motivated, somebody else is going to steal your dreams, steal your time, your energy, and going to make you a cog in their dream machine. Right now, decide that you refuse to be a cog in someone else's dream machine. You need to be the best version of yourself that you can be. So it's no secret the world is full with negativity. You know, from the 30-minute news report, you put on CNN or Sky News or whatever news channel you watch, you're going to be oppressed by the puking of the media onto your consciousness. The media is going to tell you how bad things are, how bad the economy is, how bad COVID is, how bad. And all of those are true. But if that is your focus, what you focus on grows. So if you focus on negativity, guess what grows in your life? You become negative, you become morose, you become sad, and you become depressed. In the office, where you work, you may have people who puke on your consciousness at the coffee machine or the water fountain. So be careful of these people, because they don't think twice about what they say. They have this built-in auto-send function. They drop their negativity on your consciousness, and what it does is that it lowers your ability, your energy, your motivation, your drive, your hunger to achieve. So beware the negativity puker, because they will spread faster than the corona. It takes one person to start a revolution. Think about any revolution. So similarly, negativity sells, and that is why people love a gossip story. Negativity sells, and this is why people love talking bad about other people. Negativity sells, and what we have to do is we need to break the cycle of those communications. Firstly, by avoiding them. Now, I'm going to give you 5 names of people I want you to consciously avoid if you want to control your thinking, as opposed to let people tell you what to think. Right now, the media wants to tell you what to think. Your friends want to tell you what to think about kendo, about health, about love, about money. You have a great business idea and you take it to a friend or family member, and they'll find 100 ways why it won't work, instead of finding 10 ways why it will work to help you achieve your goals. So the first person I want you to consciously avoid is the quitter. The quitter is the person who gives up. They give up at the gym. They give up on their birthday or their New Year's resolutions. They give up at their goals. They give up at their dreams, and they start quitting, and they build a quitter muscle. And the quitter muscle says that if you give up on yourself, why do you expect anybody else to be shouting, rooting, and supporting you when you yourself never step up and stand up for yourself and your dreams? I want you to think about those people who've quitted in their lifetimes. They've given up their marriage. They've given up their lifestyle. They've given up their goals. They've given up their dreams. And the reason for this is because they don't have the ability to stay the course, because greatness and achievement is not an overnight success. What do I mean by this? You would know the story of the bamboo tree, right? So for the first 6 months, if the bamboo grows 10 centimeters, that is a lot in the first 6 months. But you and I know it probably takes 5 to 6 years. In year 6, the bamboo shoots to a whole 6 feet tall. It appears to the quitter that after 6 weeks or 6 months, that nothing is happening and therefore they quit. They give up on themselves. They give up on the dream. They give up on the bamboo. Similarly, you may have seen a meme doing the rounds on Facebook where there are 2 diamond miners. One is mining this way and the other is mining that way. And one miner stumbles upon this huge diamond and he's really satisfied and he walks away with satisfaction and appreciation. The other miner looks at the winner and he goes, "There are no diamonds in my field." And he walks away broken and rejected. But little did he know, if he persisted for another 2 minutes, he would have found an acre of diamonds. So never be a quitter. Don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on your dreams. But more importantly, don't hang out with people who quit, because they're not going to teach you anything other than how not to be a quitter. All right, the next, I want you to think about this one. Number 2, the media. Hey man, we all need to know what's happening in the world. I get news is important. But do you know that over 2,000 years, murder, rape, robbery, corruption, theft, crime, cyclones, earthquakes, volcanoes, there has been no new news in 2,000 years. All that has changed is the names of the actors, the city name, the president's name, the sports star's name. It's always the same news. So what is new in the news? All you're going to hear is about how bad things are. And the world is spun in negative news because negativity sells. People love to get their teeth into the stories of the world. Hey, next, very important. You want to avoid this person, man. This person here is what I call the gossip monger. The gossip monger. They know everybody's story. If you're in a village, they know the whole village's story. And all they do is they talk bad about other people instead of speaking uplifting, inspiring words that encourages people to be their best. The gossip monger speaks people down. They bring down everybody's attempts at achievement. They bring down every success story is always veiled with negativity. So, for example, if Eduardo became the world champion in kendo, they would say, "Did you know he was taking drugs? He was using steroids. He was doing all these bad things," right? Because the gossip monger can't see any good. All they can see is the negativity, and they go puke, puke, puke on the consciousness and the ears, because the ears are vital to success. Because what you let in here goes into the heart and the mind. And when it goes to the heart and mind, it makes a home there. And that home, that programming will run your life. I'm going to share with you a little bit about that programming as we go towards the end of these 5. Number 4, the well-meaning dream shrinkers. The well-meaning dream shrinkers. You go to them and say, "I'm going to be kendo champion this year." And they go, yeah, I've heard that one before. Good luck. Good luck. You know, why would you want to be the kendo champ? You got to work so hard. You got to wake up early. You got to be strict on a diet. You got to exercise. You got to practice. You got to deal with the sensei. Oh man, why do you want to do that shit? Why don't we go party? Let's go drink. Let's go dance and spend the night on the town. Does this sound familiar? There are people who are going to shrink your dreams and pull you away from what's important to you. Next, I want to talk about the haters. Oh man, the haters, they hate on you. You know why? Because you're winning. When you're winning, they're hating on you. They're telling the whole world how bad it is, how you don't deserve it, how you cheated your way to success. And this is small-minded thinking. So my good friends, I want you to understand the haters' mindset is that they're pessimists. They have a problem for every solution. You want to avoid them like cancer. These 5 people that I've given you today, I want you to avoid them like cancer because they will steal your energy, your emotional and intellectual energy. They will steal it, and they will weigh you down until you surrender and you start fitting in. Now, I want to tell you that when you were born with pure potential. You can be, do, or have anything you want, but then we get programmed by our well-meaning parents. And the first two words we learn from our parents is no and don't. Don't put your finger in the electrical socket. You're going to die, you schmuck. Kitty crying because the 2-year-old doesn't understand that I'm going to die if I do this. Then mom and dad pulled you out of the road in front of a car. Don't play on the road, Vinesh. And then they tell you, so no and don't. The kid frames in their mind, nothing I do is ever good enough. So that starts affecting your self-worth, self-confidence, self-belief. But then it gets worse because as you get older, you go to school, right? And you have friends at school. And some people are not your friends and they call you ugly names. If you've had an ugly name, go to the chat group and give me a 10. So they call you names because you're too thin, too fat, too black, too white, too rich, too poor. You look different. You have a different skin color, different hair color. You may have a red head. You may be a bald head at school. And kids are cruel. They call you names. And because you're a young child, you don't know how to frame these names. And you start feeling negative about yourself. Like, why can't I just be normal? Now show me in 7.5 billion people on planet Earth, who is normal? I don't know anybody normal. We all are unique and every single one of us is perfect the way we are. With a little bit of tweaks and enhancement, we can even be greater. Then comes teenage lives. How many of you are teenagers? If you were a teenager like me, give me a 10. Give me a 10 if you were a teenager once upon a time. So you're a teenager and guess what happens? Like Romeo and Juliet, hormones happen and you find love. You find love. And then you have that first romantic adventure. And lo and behold, boom, you get smacked with rejection. She doesn't love me. It's the end. I should kill myself. What will I do without her? So Romeo and Juliet ended in fatality. For most human beings, rejection affects your self-worth because you feel rejected and therefore you feel not worthy of the love of the other person. And then your parents, hey, by the way, if you didn't notice, I'm Indian. If your parents are Indian or maybe Asian even, I'm not sure in the case of the Westerners, but if you're not good at math, if you're not going to be a doctor, if you're not going to be a lawyer, if you're not going to be an accountant, you're a loser. Welcome to Loserville. And then your parents keep, boom, what's wrong with you, Vinesh? Why can't you be like your cousin? Why can't you get better grades in math? Why are you not studying harder? Bang, bang, bang. So life happens and we get programmed by all these thoughts, beliefs, ideas, and words that happen around us, and we build a self-image. A self-image is the reflection of how do I see myself? And when we look at that self-image, the self-image determines worthiness or I am not worth. Worthiness or worthless. So very often our performance, our levels of peak performance can be achieved by building internally one's self-worth. So just like you condition yourself at kendo, I want you to start conditioning your mind. Because, you know, you've heard it before, and as cliche as it sounds, I'm going to say it again because it's true. Whatever the minds of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Whatever the minds of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So I'd like you to take a moment and just sit back for a second and ask yourself, what is that big, hairy, audacious goal that you've quit on? We've all got one. You've quit on that one thing. And then I want to ask you the next question. If that goal is still relevant, would you embrace it now? Or if that goal is irrelevant now, because you can't be a pop star at 57, can you, my friend? I said, you said somebody's 57, Warren. Heinz, right? Heinz, you can't be a pop idol at 57, can you? So if the goal's not relevant any longer, what is that big new hairy audacious goal for 2020? Screw Corona. You know why? Because you still have 5 months to make some amazing progress towards a well-formed, meaningful goal. So what is that big hairy audacious goal for yourself for 2020? I want you to think about that for 30 seconds. Right, now you've got this idea. I've got this big hairy audacious goal. For you to execute on this goal, what is the one activity that I can do every day to drive forward that goal, to achieve that goal? What is that one activity? Let's use an example. I want to graduate my kendo class, top of class. Where am I right now in the class? I may be number 6, 7, 8 by the ratios or by the ranks. I may be 6, 7, and 8. Sensei, what do I need to do? How do I get to number 1? Where am I lacking? All right, every day, what can I do every day to overcome that lack, that disadvantage, and make it power, make it advantage? And at that point, I want you to take action, diarized action. Imagine if you wake up 30 minutes early every day. 30 minutes. You spend 30 minutes on prayer, meditation, visualization, affirmation, and then 30 minutes of woof, woof, Eduardo, woof, woof. Yeah, 30 minutes of, bro, it's the first time I'm speaking to a dog audience. Wonderful. Thank you very much. So imagine you went 30 minutes working on your mindset, because everything starts in your mind. But most people are untrained in thinking. We go to school and we are taught how to parrot, how to learn and repeat, but we're not taught how to think. We're not taught how to plan, how to execute. So we spend 12 years at school, 4 years at university or college, and we come out untrained and unprepared for life. We become cogs in the machinery of a greater economy and not building your own machine. So in building your own machine, set that goal, diarize some actions, take massive amounts of action, and execute the best opportunity and dream of your life. I want to end off by telling you a quick story, and then we'll take some questions. About 200 years ago, there was a dairy farmer in North Africa. And this dairy farmer would wake up at 4 a.m. every day, take the cows out to eat the freshly dew-laden grass, and then he would walk them up to the stream at about midday, where they would drink fresh water running from the stream. And he would lay on the banks of the stream, and he would look into nature and think, how amazing is our Lord, who's created the heavens and earth. The cows take useless grass and convert that into milk and yogurt and cheese. How amazing is our Lord. And then a few weeks later, when he's in town buying supplies for his family, he hears about the discovery of diamonds in a place called Kimberley, South Africa. And he gets extremely excited. He goes home to his wife and he says, baby girl, we're moving, man. We're moving and shaking. We're going to Kimberley. I'm going to get you a rock and I'm going to put it on your finger because, you know, if you really like it, how does Beyonce say? If you like it, put a ring on it. Yeah, I'm going to get you a ring, baby. So what he does is he sells the dairy farm. He moves to Kimberley. He prospects some land. He buys the land according to the geologist, and he goes to work on mining for diamonds so that he too could become an instant billionaire, instant millionaire, like he heard so many tales before him. Meanwhile, the new dairy farmer runs the same program every day. Wakes up at 4, feeds the cows, walks them to the stream. But one day, while laying on the banks of the stream, he notices this most beautiful glistening coming off the water. And it gets his attention. And he steps into the water, pulls up his pants, steps into the water, and he pulls out this brown rock, blackish brown at the bottom, creamy white in the middle, and pure white on the top. And he says, there's no Mr. Price home store, there's no Woolworths. I'm going to take this home, maybe a ornament on the fireplace, or it'll be a paperweight. That Sunday, the priest, the minister, or the guy representing God, the priest, I think is what you call him. So he rocks up on Sunday, and while breaking bread, now by the way, he arrives on ox wagon, right? Because there were no cars 200 years ago. Every Sunday he visits 5 families, and this family he visited at lunchtime. While having soup and bread and breaking bread over some coffee, he notices this rock on the fireplace, and he says, my young man, where did you find this? And he says, down by the stream. And he says, do you know what it is? And he says, well, actually, I don't. It's a rock. Okay, can we go there? They go, pull up their pants, and lo and behold, they find another and another and another. What is this? He says to the young man. The young man says, sir, I'm a simple farmer. I have a standard 2 education. This is one of the miracles of nature. It's called the rock. And the priest says to the young man, my friend, you're wealthy beyond compare. And In his naivety, the farmer says, yes, that is true. Look at my acres of land. Look at my hundreds of cows. Look at the produce that we sell into the marketplace. I'm so blessed. And then the priest said, no, young man, you're a multi-millionaire. These are diamonds in the rough. Meanwhile, the farmer in Kimberley, South Africa, rejected by his family, old, broken, matted hair, tattered clothes, torn and alone, he plunged to his death down a mine shaft, having found no diamonds. What is the moral of the story? And the moral is very simple. Number one, the diamonds are in your shoes right now. The diamonds are in your shoes right now. And the problem is they don't look like diamonds. The grass is always greener on the other side, right? You know why? Because they have better manure. They have better crap, right? And they water their crap and they take care of their crap because that's investment. So right now the diamond mine is in your shoes. Right now you have to make the decision to nurture, grow, groom, cultivate the skills, the knowledge, the attitude, and the habits for a great life. Whether that's in your business, whether that's in your relationship, whether that's in your wealth, or whether that's in your kendo, your sport. The third thing about diamonds is that they come dressed in work overalls. Diamonds come dressed in work overalls. When you pull them out of the earth, they're nothing more than ugly charred remnants of coal. Coal under high pressure, high temperature over an expanded period of time turns into diamonds. Are you willing to go through the diamond grind? Meaning, put in the effort, push harder than ever before, work at yourself, build a mindset, groom your skills, become a world-dominating player at that area or that skill that you want to achieve, acquire, and accomplish with your life. Most people want easy street. Easy street means I buy the kendo gear. Now I'm a kendo guy. No, bro, you ain't a kendo guy. You got to do the sit-ups, the squats, the press-ups, the punch, the kick, the block, the strike, the attack, the defend. You got to do that repeatedly until it becomes muscle memory. Your sensei doesn't have to think what he's going to do next. He reacts or acts intentionally because of the programming for success. I'd like to encourage you to take this opportunity to invest in yourself. Have an amazing 2020. The game's not over. It's only just begun. And I know that within each and every one of us on this call today, greatness resides within you. We must do everything we can to be the best version of ourselves because we would hate to die and take the music to the grave with you. Imagine you meet God and you say, Vinesh says to God, yo, God, what happened, man? You know, I wanted to win the lotto. I wanted to live by the ocean. I wanted to have a big mansion. I wanted a Ferrari. And God says, Vinesh, all of that was waiting on the other side of the opportunity, the door of opportunity. But you refused to knock, my friend. All you had to do was knock on the door of opportunity and greatness will be yours. Right now, you have an opportunity to take back 2020, an opportunity to do amazing things with your life, amazing things with your kendo, an opportunity to be the best version of yourself. You know why? Because around you, your kids, your parents, your country, your company, your kendo club needs you right now. You need to show up for all of them right now. Don't be selfish and think about yourself, because that is selfish in the smallest way. Be selfless and think about mankind needs you. Mankind needs you to be the next Warren Buffett, the next Bill Gates, the next Marie Curie, the next Mother Teresa, the next Edison, the next Tesla, the next Elon Musk. Planet Earth needs you, but you need to play a whole bigger game. You need to step up, show up, keep hustling and grinding for your dreams, because if you don't, who will? If you quit, surrender, or slow down, the kids will see you. Your kids will see you and they'll think, my dad, Papa was not a Rolling Stone, he was a quitter. Papa wasn't a Rolling Stone, he was a hater. Mama wasn't any good because she gave up and she was a gossip monger. Don't be that, because within you, man, there is opportunity. I'm banging at that door right now. I'm banging at your door of greatness and I'm saying step up, show up, create, because if you don't, we become irrelevant and we end up like the dinosaurs, extinct. Ladies and gentlemen, In the chat, you'll see me sharing my link for you today. My book, Kick Average in the Teeth, retails on my website for 300 Rand per person or per copy, delivered to you anywhere in in South Africa. What I'd like to do is I'd like to give you an opportunity, however, to get a copy of the electronic version, the PDF version, and they retail on the website for 149 Rand. Today I'm giving it to you for 99 bucks. If you think that I know what I'm talking about and that I can help you, and that I can help you step out of the comfort zone and be greater than you are, achieve at the highest levels possible, I'd love to be your partner, your friend and coach. I don't just want to be your friend, I want to be your best friend. I want to be the guy up your ass driving you to achieve what's in you. I want to be the guy who's helping you get up early in the morning, step up and show up, produce all the possibility, live and die fulfilled. Because if you don't, we would hate to live with regret. You know, Robin Sharma wrote a book, Who Will Cry When You Die? Who will cry when you die? So if today was your last day, who's going to shed tears? Your mom and dad? Your one kid? Your sister and the neighbor? Hey man, make an impact. The time is now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. I'm so deeply grateful. I got to share the last 20, 30 minutes with you. If there are any questions, I'll take them now. Alternatively, go to my website, get a copy of my book. Let me help you on this journey so that you can be, do, and have anything and everything your heart desires. Thank you very much. Over to you, Warren.
Great. Thank you very much, Vinesh. And that was, for me, it's always inspiring to hear you talk about that again. For me, it was quite a journey for me. So nobody knows this, but I've been with Vinesh and Stephen for the last just over a year here, Vinesh. And I've seen myself the growth and just having a lot of sort of insights for me. And that's helped me with my kendo, helped to be more focused, not only as a teacher, but as a practitioner. And yeah, it gives me the drive. I think a lot of you guys might think I'm quite fanatical about my kendo, about martial arts in general, but that's who I am. And that was thanks to going through this journey with Vinesh, just getting to know who I am and accepting who I am with all its different facets. So for that, I'm truly grateful to Vinesh, and you know, I look forward to working with him and working through more of my issues that I need to get through to, like he says, you know, unleash it or get all that potential out of me.